Good morning, and this morning I'd like to introduce you to another ancient musical instrument which I've attempted to recreate. It's the Pardassus de Viole. Now, the viols were an instrument somewhat like our modern viola or violin. They were played in this position, between the knees, although there was another alternative posture which was considered more appropriate for ladies. They came in a variety of sizes, and they were played in concerts known as a chest of viols. You've probably heard them. They have been revived by early music groups. You've probably heard them being played to accompany various TV series and films set in the 16th and the 17th centuries. They first appear in Spain in the 15th century, and they're believed to have been developed from the viola, which is a guitar-like instrument. Now, the viola was shaped very much like a guitar, but it had 4 roses instead of sound holes placed around the instrument instead of the single round hole in the guitar, and it was strung in courses like the lute. Now, the viol first appeared in England in 1515 and then 1517, when Matthew, Peter and Philip de Viole, these players from who came from Flanders, were invited to the court, or turned up at the court of Henry VIII. The Pardassus de Viole is a French instrument, and it is actually the smallest of the viol family. It was made right up until the 1750s by Gerson and Crosset in Paris, and it's quite small indeed. It's only about 2 foot long in length, which is 60 centimetres, and the body is only about 13 centimetres in length, or about, no, not 13 centimetres, that would be ridiculous, 13 inches, sorry, in length, which is about 13 inches in all money. Now, as you can see, the viol, that's the way it's pronounced, viols, it has deep sides which slightly curve inwards there, and again there. This unfortunately is rather too shallow. The actual incline there is rather sharper, and goes up to there. Deep sides, F or C shaped sound holes cut in the body, and its belly is actually rather curving. I mean, this is flat. I made this flat for some reason. I think possibly because I was working from illustrations, and sometimes the illustrations don't really show you what's going on. Or, perhaps I thought at that time it was just a bit too complicated. Anyway, that is the viol. As I've said, that's the Pardassus de Viole. As I said, these fascinating instruments have been revived in early music groups, and there are books which will tell you how to play them. Thank you for listening.